Hello, luminous souls. Welcome to the 8 biome. You are here because you are aligned and ready for the spiritual grit, the kind that builds you, not breaks you. Today's thread that has found you in this moment is the echo thread, so don't flinch. And I got your back. With this space of the echo, it's the sound that returns after something has ended. It can be the lingering frequency that becomes wisdom once it's named. It also can fade once it's finally heard. And of course, echoes speak when closure was never given. So, we do know that echoes never lie. They remind us what's still calling, whether to shake your core or spark your awakening. So let's see what this echo has for us today. 8, 8, 8, 8. All right, travelers, you know this is my favorite number. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at all these 8s. Personal power. I love it. Material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, epic romance. Okay. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the numbers to reassure you of your prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. 8, 8, 8, 8. If you see 8s following you around, grand totals, synchronicities, times, fragrances, numbers, colors, know that this reading is most likely for you. And 8 is also a representation of an infinity symbol. So energy never ending, never dying, always cycling. Divinely yours. What else do we need to know on this echo? Love yourself. Oh, what a beautiful card. Please look at that before I read it. In order to love someone else, you must first love yourself. Mwah, chef's kiss. Personal power. Love yourself. Oh, I love where this is going. Let's see what else we can find in the energy cards. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please show us what we need to know in the echo thread. Puzzled, confused, perplexed, conflicted, feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. I knew that didn't look right. Mask, hiding, concealing, deception. Legal, lawyers, court, paperwork. Established, settle, secure, wealthy. Underneath we have trapped, stuck, no options, unforgiveness. Already off the bat, what I first got was why you're puzzled with this feminine energy. I feel like you're at that state where you worked really hard on yourself, and I feel like I say that often in my readings, which I'm very happy to say. I feel like most of my collective are people who are deep into their journey, those who are upgrading fast, who are making this a lifestyle, who are embodying everything and moving forward. So working on yourself, yes. And because of that, you feel like you're still, because you're still cycling out of bad behaviors, not bad behaviors, but bad cycles from others, people's behaviors. You're getting rid of the narcissism, you're getting rid of the toxic family members, you're getting rid of the energy monster friend circles. And it just seems like the more you're in your feminine energy, the more you have to hide, because they're still on you about changing it up. I feel like even someone's being petty and doing court orders, taking their shot everywhere they can. But you're established. You're established in your foundation. This isn't just wealth. This is like spiritual wealth. So you are established in your knowing and what you're doing, but you also feel trapped by, like, I don't know, for instance, I feel like a co-parenting issue, like maybe the other person isn't co-parenting and they're going out of their way to use the court orders to make your life miserable than helping you with the children, the puppy, the vacuum cleaner. You get what I'm saying? And you feel like maybe with the bond of the kids, the puppy, or the vacuum cleaner, you feel trapped in this arrangement. But you're living your best life, but they're like punishing you for it, or you feel like you have to hide your light, because if they see too much, they're going to get petty again. And you're above it for sure. You just don't know how their pestering energy can disappear, go away. All right. Love yourself, personal power. And I feel like you do, though. You know that there's no going back on how you feel. And like your abundance is coming if it isn't already. Like, I feel like not only this is established, but you're confident in what you are to be dealing with this, nonsense. And it seems so small. So I'm trying to think, like, would it be a restraining order? Would it be custody arrangements? Like, I'm trying to think of what would be small, but enough that you had to appear in court. Vandalizing damages or something. Okay, soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. Open heart, receptive, empath. Empathy? Vulnerable. Only you, devoted, attached, crave. Sorrow, loss, grief, depression, stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. Underneath the deck, family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Well, this says something else. Okay, I get it now. So you are confused and puzzled about this legal action because it's probably coming out of nowhere, because it clearly shows that you've moved on. You're with someone else. You are happily living your life, but this other outside person is still taking their jabs everywhere they can, and it's just, you feel bad for them. And then I feel like with the stress card being here, the more you're established, the more stressful it is, because you feel trapped with this outside energy. But you're starting a family. You're doing the damn thing. Good for you. Good for you. And you feel like you have to hide that, though. Man, that's so messed up. At the expense of what? Them being such a bad person. So yeah, you keep loving yourself. You know this is the way. I feel like Source is telling you it won't be for much longer. But let's go ahead and jump into the traditional tarot. Like, and that's where your light's coming from, this open heart, where I said you're hiding your light with the mask. You have an open heart. And even after all this, you're still being compassionate and graceful. You even feel bad, like it's because they lost you. No, we're not doing that. All right, so let's see what else this echo thread has for us today. All right, ready, set, go. Well, look at that. Well, what do we have here? So we have the Page of Swords right here in the upright position. How you currently are. You know that even though this is, it's like young but new energy, you know, you're standing tried and true to what you believe in. You're giving out the message that your boundaries are set. You believe in what you believe in. There's no changing your mind, and you fight with that with no hesitation at all. This is your personal power, but we're going to grow it into like royalty, okay? We're going to go bigger than the page energy. With the Judgment card in the upright position, you realize this is the awakening you've been in. I feel like if you're confused about anything, you're confused about, if, you know, your soulmate because of all the repercussions that's been having. You're wondering, like, is it because I guessed wrong? Is it because it's not meant to be? But you're aware and you're awakened to what's really going on, the bigger picture, because with the Eight of Wands right here in the rooted position, you have had, this is fast love. This is fast growing love. I don't know if you've made bad relationship choices before, but you feel like you have to hide this one. And you don't have to. This is divinely yours. This is Source giving you the green light to go ahead. And here's how I know you are the one who just feels bad. Like, even though this is happening to you, you still have grace in that person. You still empathize with the person who's being awful to you, and understanding and open-minded, because you have the Strength card in the reverse showing that you are handling this softly. You know this is out of their ego. And you're still taking the higher road. Or you're really hurt about this, so they still get under your skin. We have the Four of Swords in the fog position. You need to rest from this. You don't see it, but you're very overwhelmed. You can eliminate the stress by resting. It's like you're hung up on feeling trapped. It's the Four of Swords. You just need to rest a little. You have bigger things to worry about. Let's keep going. Look at that. We have the Star in the upright position. In the pivot, you know you have to start believing and trusting the process. You know you got to pour into yourself. You go back and ground yourself. Go back and rooting yourself. Because I feel like you've been distracted from this too long. You have to go back to why you're even in this position again and start working back and pouring into yourself, giving gratitude, and thanks. This is also a wish upon a star. So this could have been a long-term thing coming to an end. Just know that you've been heard, and this is part of the process to get to what you've been wishing for. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse for the interference, because it's this other person learning having to let go. And you too. What you can't help, what they have to let go. Because you were in saving mode too. It does complicate the situation. It is complicated. It's between both of you guys letting go. It's almost like you're afraid of missing the chaos. I don't know. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Source is definitely letting you know that this isn't gonna go anywhere. There's no foundation here. There's no grounding. Not in this manner. You know what else came to me? Sorry for the pause. I had to get through the whole story in my head, and if I could even translate it. So I think you realize if this was a court of divorce, honestly, it would read that way too. Falling quickly in love. You coming to the realization they're not your soulmate. You've been always with high integrity, living for what you believe is right, which is why this legal matter hurts, but you're still handling it with grace. Feel like you feel trapped, maybe because you have kids involved. Maybe you just want to co-parent well, but you know this isn't working. And then Seven of Cups in reverse. Like letting go of all the ideas of why you guys should be together forever. Seven of Cups is letting go of all the delusions of options and choices of lives that you thought you had with this person. Like it's really seeing it for what it is. And then we have the Chariot at the end of the horizon where you're on your path, you're on your fate. So it reads both ways, either in head into a family life, wanting to co-parent well. But honestly, at the end of the day, you have to love yourself. This is your personal power. Whether it's you in a relationship and being present with someone who is there for you, or releasing yourself from, see, it's not all toxic. It just seems like this person, you still love them. I mean, that's what I can say. If this is someone who's letting go or going through the motions of trying to hurt you, by divorcing, that is, by divorcing, sorry, let me finish my sentences sometimes because it jumps, my brain jumps around. But there's like no love lost here on your end. You know the assignment, you know what you have to do, you know what you're being called to do, but it doesn't mean you've lost love in this person. You're just like accepting it for what it is, but I don't know. It reads both ways. You'll have to let me know which way it resonated with you. We have the King of Wands in the upright position at the bottom of the deck. It's like you know how to do controlled fires. You're really picking and choosing your battles. It's like you love them so much that you'll let them go. And or you're so happy in your environment, you just want them to be happy and let them go. Do you hear what I'm saying? I feel like there was two different scenarios here. But either way, you're just like this doll baby. Like you're just this angel person who's just so graceful, has mercy, just always has understanding. I'm getting like fairy godmother vibes. Not old wives, but just the sweetheart. Always a sweetheart. Okay, the thread stops here, travelers. I hope this did resonate and brought you clarity. Please let me know in the comments what part spoke to you the most. Especially towards that split path we're in there. I had to say it and I don't even know. I have to look back at it and see if it made any kind of sense. I'm doing my best here, guys. So if you feel guided to continue the travels through the biome, I will meet you on the other side for the extended thread. But before you quantum jump this timeline, please leave a like and a follow to help the next traveler find their way back. And until we meet again, luminous souls, honor your foundation, evolve in your design, and protect that flame that made you. And I will see you on the next pull of the thread.